You know, it's a wonderful thing that you're living in your home, but sometimes tragedy strikes, and it strikes in the manner of disease, and that's bad. Leukemia and lymphoma are probably some of the scariest diagnoses that can ever come your way. Thankfully, we've got folks local and national who are working hard to raise money for research and treatment so it doesn't need to be quite so difficult for you. I've got Ralph Cigliano with me today from Realty One Thrive. He's going to share his story of why this is so important to him and how you can help him defeat this terrible situation. Ralph, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much for having me.
What drew you toward the Leukemia Lymphoma Society? What is your why?
Well, I have had a lot of cancer in my family, starting from my sister when she was diagnosed with Hodgkin's disease at 12 years old. That was in the 70s, and she had a lot of chemotherapy. She, struggled physically, and I saw what it does to families because I saw what it did to my mom and dad. Then she kind of struggled through life till she was age 53. She passed. Through other cancers as well. And then my mom had come down with Hodgkin's disease, which is very strange, how they both came down with the same disease. She beat that. 10 years later, she died of leukemia. Then my wife, 6 months, in July of 2015, within 6 months, she passed away of colon cancer, and on New Year's Eve day in New Year's Eve actually, 2015, and then 6 months later I got hit by a wave at the ocean, got a bad back. For about 2 weeks I could hardly even walk. Got an MRI because when my chiropractor said you should get an MRI, let's see what's going on, and found out that I was being diagnosed with cancer. We just didn't know at that time what it was, and I found out August 18th 2016 that I had multiple myeloma. And we have 2 young children. They're now 11 and 13. And through all that, I had reached out to different organizations, and LLS was one of them. And I found that they had a program that actually sends money and pays like grocery bills, electric bill, phone bill. And they also connected me with somebody who already went through what I went through, and so I was able to talk to them and get some guidance and comfort in what the bone marrow transplant that I had to go through, and they do all the treatments. They do a lot of the research. So what someone gave before by donating actually is keeping me alive, and that's why I'm here in front of you today, not only with God's grace, but just the fact that they're a great organization, and they help a lot of people. And we're actually working with 2 young children, Elizabeth and what was his name? Isaiah. Yes.
Elizabeth and Isaiah.
Yes, and Isaiah's still getting treated, and Elizabeth she's doing great now, but it hits young children, and I want to, whatever I could do, because I want to give back because of what they did for me, but I know what it does to families. I know how it tears them apart. To watch your child go through such a hard time. And I want to be able to give some relief to that. If we could, people could donate and help us out. I'm running for Man of the Year, and it's not all about being Man of the Year. It's all about raising the funds. But of course, winning's good.
Winning is good. I so appreciate you sharing the story from the heart. You've been impacted across multiple generations and individually by the tragic diseases. Yet you found the strength through that to say, my response is to give back,
That's right.
to find that energy, create the energy to do more. Tell me about the Man of the Year for leukemia, lymphoma. What are we doing to raise awareness and raise money, and how can I help?
Yes. Well, what we're doing is that we're reaching out to small and large companies to help to sponsor the event. We're looking for them to, buy tables, people just to attend. We're going to have a silent auction and an open auction. We have some great stuff that we're going to actually have there, so people are going to be excited about that.
Yes.
And we're just talking to everybody, friends, family, anybody that I meet. I'm giving them a card, and I'm telling them, if they can, to donate or just share it, get the word out.
Right.
And it's something that we need to do, because there's people out there that where I was that needed help, and we need to keep that going.
Right.
We need to keep it going.
I'm really grateful to you for sharing. I especially like that your response to the struggle and challenges is to take that energy and maybe some of that fear even and channel it to help others. Really grateful that Ralph is with us. And I'd like to make a specific ask for you. If your family's been touched, reach out and see if you can help us in any way at all. If you've never been touched, express your gratitude by helping us to help others in the hope that you never are touched. And if nothing else, if you will just share this video on whatever vehicle you're watching, whether it's your Instagram, your YouTube, Facebook, allow us to reach out and use this message to get more people involved so we can make somebody's life just a little bit better. Thank you so much for your consideration.
Thank you.